We first got Marvel 6.5 years ago. When we found out that the day she hatched from her egg was March 8th, it was the day that the movie Captain Marvel came out, and we were really into Marvel movies at that time, so we named her Marvel. They say animals are creatures of habit. For the last 2 or 3 years, Marvel has had this particular spot that she likes to watch me when I leave the house, and she sits there. This particular day, I do not know what was different, but when I opened the door to go out, she made a beeline out the front door. So I just kept calling her name. Unfortunately, she gets startled. We heard her, it was awful. We heard her voice go in one direction and just fade. So we realize now we're dealing with a much bigger issue. Like we've got a whole world here to look for this tiny bird.
What a disaster. My heart sank, and we got here and we immediately started looking for the bird.
We start fanning out across the golf course, just calling for her, just nothing. We just heard no peep. We had no sight of her.
So I went over to the golf course and I stopped in the pro shop.
And this gentleman comes in, so he starts talking, and I didn't really understand what he said at first, but I could tell he was in a panic. I'm like, who are you looking for again? And he's like, there's a cockatiel that got loose on the course. And so he's like, I'll pay you whatever. Can I just rent a golf cart? I'm like, no, it's all right. You don't have to pay me anything. I'm like, you just go find it.
I spent hours going back and forth all over the golf course.
I mean, if she's gonna come back, it's gonna be the first day when she can hear and sort of knows where she is. And so when we had to close the doors up that night, my daughter and I got really upset, and I called my son down in Florida. I'm like, I'm sorry, we didn't find her. And we were kind of almost giving up hope. Like, how do you find a bird who has no homing instinct if she didn't come home the first day? It was key that my son had been doing some research, and he said, first thing in the morning is when the birds come out of hiding. That's the time when you actually have the best chance of finding her. Day 2, we wake up with a plan. 7 a.m. to 9 is the best window, we were told. Covered a lot of mileage between all of us. We did not hear a single peep. We didn't see a trace of her. We were out for a few hours. So by the time we got to dinner, we were feeling pretty low about the chances of getting her back.
And I actually wasn't working that day. I just came out to play golf that day. We thought we heard a bird that didn't sound like a native bird or anything. And then we're like looking up in the tree, and then your neighbor just happened to be right there. It was crazy how it happened.
I started walking down the path a little bit, and I looked down the hill and saw there were 3 guys standing at the bottom of a tree.
She's like, do you guys hear her up there? We're like, yeah, she's in this tree.
So we're sitting at dinner talking about we should have a memorial at some point when our other son can get home from Florida. We're in the middle of discussing how to do this, and I get a phone call on my phone, and she's like, get over here. So we just took off running up the hill to the golf course, and sure enough, that was our bird.
So Jess felt that it was going to get cold enough that Marvel would not make it through the night if she stayed there.
Oh my goodness, we found her now. What do we do? How do we get her out of this tree? Well, we have a friend who owns a tree company. Maybe we can get some help from them.
Crikey, where is she? Let's wrangle this bed.
The rescue is going to happen. Marvel will not have to survive this cold night.
Okay, yes, this is it. We're all feeling pretty good about this. The bucket truck is the answer. And then I go up in the bucket, and we get within 5 feet of her, and she gets scared of the bucket.
Every time Marvel moved, we adjusted the lights to shine them back up on her.
We've reached the limits of where the bucket truck can go. She's as far as she can possibly get in the tree.
Hope started to diminish.
And we just have to say that's it. We can't do it. It's not gonna happen. Day 3, my daughter woke my husband up at 5:30. They heard our bird calling back, and really relieved she was still alive, not frozen. It was just good to see her. The birds were starting to wake up. It's getting sunny, starting to warm up a little bit, and
over time, Marvel got lower and lower.
she comes down to one really low tree very close by us. And by that point, we knew like she was definitely trying to get to us. Like she's going to make her way down.
She flew in a straight line to us.
And then landed right on my daughter's shoulder, which was an extremely sweet moment.
Jessie then reached out both her hands and gently covered the bird, and the crisis was over. It was a miracle.
And my daughter and I were just so excited, like, I can't believe it, she's safe, she's here. We were just thanking God and telling everyone, and we started texting everyone, calling everyone.
I mean, what a survivor. And I'm glad Marvel found her way home.
So we are extremely blessed and thankful that we got our little Marvel home again.